back once again fishing at the beach. This is a horrible fucking idea. This place is riddled with seaweed. I need to get the fuck out of here. This is awful. This isn't even the end of my fucking mind. We're out here. We had moved spots because fuck all that seaweed. Look at this beautiful area. We're at Jetty Park today. Maybe we can hook up in a nice sheep's head. Maybe a fat snook. Who knows what the fuck's gonna be out here. I doubt we catch any mangrove snappers, but we'll see, we'll see. First spot, which was the beach, insanely fucking windy. Obviously, I'm not there. The second spot, the pier, Jetty Park, no, it was just too windy. It was just horrible. Fuck that. So we reverted to our basics. Brought our asses back under the bridge. Just trying to get on some fish, man. This goddamn shrimp is. I'm expecting a nice fatty off. It's taking them like a couple seconds to bite, but if I get like not really there, kind of in the middle. It's alright. We'll take it. People hungry. God. Oh my God. Wasn't ready at all when I caught this, but targeted species when we came over here. Good old mangrove snappers. We gotta get him on some nice ice and add him to the fish dinner collection. Oh, it's a beauty. Oh, it's a tank too. Look at him. That is a tank mangrove. Fuck yeah. Now we check how lengthy he is. Make sure he's legal, dude. I need you to calm down. He's a fatty. That is about an 11 and 3/4 snapper. Beautiful size. 10 inches to keep. Go in there with your buddy. Yeah, time to crack some ice now. Meantime, while we wait for a fish bite and I wash my pole, my friends, let's theorize for a second. Now, I've been dying to talk about emu and their omen. I myself had theorized that emu themselves might quite possibly be someone who is using the souls of humanity from within the abyss. And to understand that, you'd have to understand the idea that I believe the abyss itself is a parallel dimension that exists next to our own. Essentially, if this is our dimension, the abyss would be right here parallel to it. And you can't cross over unless you happen to be in the form of a soul, or in your soul form at least. Essentially, you're dead. This line of thinking would actually come from the Elbaf Harley text, which came to us in 1138. On one side of the mural, in the beginning half, we actually see on the right side of the mural, we have individuals with halos over their heads, which I believe symbolize humanity going down and sacrificing themselves, giving up sacrifices in order to have what happens on the left side happen, which is them coming out with the ancient energy source, them manifesting their dreams and desires. The best the best analogy I could give you for this is, I need you to imagine Thanos from Avengers, I think it was Endgame. And Endgame, he ends up sacrificing his daughter Gamora in order to gain power that is the Soul Stone. That is exactly what I believe humanity was doing in the past, sacrificing those close to them in order to gain power. And a perfect parallel to this, and I say perfect, it's 2-1 to 1. Think about Skypiea, right? You have Calgara, someone who later on in that series, when we get to Skypiea, he's seen as their god. He's that much of a legend. But when he was alive, he was still a very prominent person. And the people there, they were going to let Calgara sacrifice his daughter in order to stop the disease, the Kona disease that came from the trees, the holy white trees within Skypiea, that were riddling everybody and killing them. That's how much this tied back. That's how much this goes back. The idea that if I sacrifice my dreams, my desires, what I want and what I need can be manifested into the world. Son of a bitch. And it's a baby trout. Way too small. Same fish we caught a while ago, just a lot smaller. Hey, bitch. Stop all that. See you later, dude. humanity is living in, where they're sacrificing to have their dreams and desires manifested, sacrificing to a god essentially. That is exactly what I believe was going on and what Emu got humanity to essentially start doing. Sacrificing to the gods. And by sacrificing to the gods, humanity believed they would have their dreams and desires manifested. But also, this itself would place tons of souls within the abyss itself. That got sacrificed down there would essentially be a soul that was used to manifest and bring Emu into this. Nika and Mu would be two complete opposites. Mu would be someone summoned by humanity's nightmares, their despair, their fear of change and evolution, whereas Nika would be someone summoned by humanity's want to change, their want to evolve. Two opposing sides summoned from the same exact place I believe to be Abyss, and they both would be made up or brought into this world by human souls themselves. That would fully mean Emu truly sits there and planning on keeping humanity in this locked down, pretty shitty state where celestial dragons are able to talk down to them, racism exists everywhere, whereas Nika would be the one to want to bring the dawn and get rid of that. This essentially is how we would start to understand Emu's Omen power, because Emu's Omen would essentially be that amalgamation of those souls from the abyss that Emu themselves would be using to power themselves and use as a power source. They're literally running off of the same exact power source as the sun god himself, just using it in an opposite way. Big thing that's pointed out in the first world of Harley text is the enslaved prayed and the sun god came. That's exactly how I believe Emu was summoned, but in Nika at the same time. When I say Emu, I mean Mu. Mu and Nika were both summoned by those praying out to a god, wishing for a god. And because of that, the human souls within the abyss amalgamated together and created what we know as Nika and Mu, and maybe many other beings that we have yet to meet within the story, such as Zaza likely. Using these human souls as a power source, they would essentially be infinite. As long as they have humans that keep dying, souls being trapped within the abyss, they constantly have a power source to keep running off of and keep using and keep using and keep using and essentially never die. And it also ties into how Emu's Omen is likely able to change and move around. And what I mean by that is when Emu uses Nemesis, they use their Omen to summon the blade for Nemesis, just like they use their Omen to send out little demons to attack. And that's what I believe how Omen works to the T. For every soul that Emu was using from the abyss, that's what every little demon that we're seeing flying out and attacking and fighting. And for every human dream, desire, and imagination, that is what allows Emu to change these demons into what we see as a sword such as Nemesis. There's a really good bag of ice. Loki don't need two, but why not? For the hell of it. No need to have freaking multiple bags of it sitting out here. Ice is gonna melt anyways. I kind of forgot to break this ice up. There we go, we'll take that. All right, it's been a long day of trying to find a decent spot to finally make my way back to the original spot. Catch 2 snappers, which I am happy about. Got something nice to eat tonight. Probably might eat them 2 days from now or some shit, who knows. But as you can see, it's dark as shit out. I can't really see where my bait's casting at. I don't really know where my pole's been casting. And the fish are low-key starting to rob me. So my friends, stay tuned for our next few videos. More than likely, I'll do a beach fishing trip next. I'll try and do different areas, you know what I'm saying? But if not, and we end up back here, I still expect to see you anyways. But as always, guys, thank you guys for joining. Thank you for coming by and hanging out. And if you enjoyed this content, it's your first time finding me, please like, please subscribe, and please share it to some other fishermen who love One Piece, because I'm trying to bring 2 communities together, baby. I'm trying to bring 2 communities together. Deuces.